Don't you just love it when you find an affordable makeup product that's really, really good? Me too. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I'm so thrilled about today's video. Of course, I always say that, but I always am. Today, I'm talking about products that are so affordable and really, really worth it. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. A long time ago, before I started my YouTube channel, I mean, this was a couple of decades ago, I was so consumed with kids and house and business and that whole thing, I never had time to really research makeup. And I would say to myself, I'm out of blush. I need a new blush. I just need someone to tell me what a good blush is. Because I would walk into the drugstore and there'd be hundreds of blush choices and I wouldn't know which one to pick. That was always a source of frustration for me. So in this series, 5 Favorite Things, what I'm doing is I'm highlighting those products that I think are so good, so affordable, and I really, really think you can't go wrong. The 5 Favorite Things is a series, and I'll go ahead and have the playlist linked down below if you want to find out more products than what I share today. But it gets even better than the 5 products today and my playlist. I'm so excited to be collaborating on this 5 favorites with my good friend Kat from Cat's Eye Beauty here on YouTube. I know how hard it is to find mature beauty channels. There's lots and lots of really gorgeous much younger girls, but there's not too many of us older ladies talking about makeup appropriate for mature skin. Kat from Cat's Eye Beauty is such a wonderful resource for us more mature women. She has a wonderful channel and you're going to love finding out about her. Kat talks about everything from drugstore makeup to high-end. She does great reviews and she's always spot on. But the one thing that you really, really want to look at when you're over at Kat's channel is her foundation reviews. She does such a good job and so thorough, so much better than me, of reviewing foundations. So if you're thinking about a foundation or if you're looking for a good foundation, make sure that you stop by Kat's channel, look at her foundation reviews, and I'll bet you're going to find some really, really good suggestions. I'm tickled that Kat is joining me today in this 5 Favorite Things. And when you're done watching the video here, make sure you go over to Kat's channel and see what her 5 favorite things are. I'm excited to find out too because we don't share beforehand. Thrilled to be partnering with Kat from Cat's Eye Beauty today. Make sure you go on over there, subscribe to her channel, and tell her that Kimberly sent you. We're going to jump right into the 5 favorites now, and as always, everything that I mentioned today will be listed and linked below, so super easy for you to find. And with that, let's hop into it. The first product I want to share today is an oldie but goldie. And when I say oldie, I think this foundation is almost as old as I am. It's been around for decades. This is the Revlon Color Stay 24-Hour Foundation. Have you tried this? I know a lot of you have probably heard about this and maybe you already use it regularly, but some of you might not have learned about it yet, and I really wanted to share it with you today because it is so good. I had heard about this foundation for a long, long time, but never tried it. I recently picked it up and have used it a bunch of times, and oh my gosh, it is so good. It always blows me away when I find a drugstore foundation at a really affordable price that looks terrific on the skin, and this is one of those foundations. This particular foundation comes in about 1 million shades, so you should be able to find a good shade match for yourself. I picked it up in the color 200 Nude, and I am loving it for my complexion. This foundation does come in a couple of formulas. I have the normal to dry skin, which I thought might be a little bit better for my more mature skin. It might be a little bit more hydrating. If you do decide to pick this up, make sure you get the formula that is best for your skin. The things I love about this foundation are it goes on so beautifully and so easily. In other words, I don't have to fuss with it. It just blends in really beautifully. And it looks so skin-like on my skin. Of course, that's what I'm wearing today. And all the products that I'll be talking about today, I actually have on my face. It looks skin-like, it feels very, very light, and it wears really, really well. I recently put this foundation on really early in the morning, around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, was out the entire day in the weather. It was a little rainy, windy, came back home about 8 o'clock at night, and it still looked terrific. This truly is a terrific foundation at a drugstore price. If you haven't tried it, you might want to check it out. I think it's really, really worth the money. The next two products I'm going to share are both from Catrice. If you're not familiar with Catrice, you're really going to want to be. It is a drugstore price cosmetic company that is so, so good. For me, the products perform like high end. That's really how good they are. I am in love with this Triangle Artist contour stick, and you might have heard about it on my channel recently because I've been gushing about it in several videos. I picked this up probably a couple of months ago, and I got it in the color Warm Brown, which was the only color on the website when I was there. And side note, the only place I've been able to find this is on the Catrice website. I was a little concerned about the color, but I really wanted to try the formula. It says warm brown, and I thought, oh gosh, I hope it's not too orange. But boy, it is just the most beautiful color. You can see it right here. And watch as it blends in. It just blends in so beautifully and creates such a nice contour on the face. Every time I've worked with this formula, it just goes on so well and just creates the nice contour on my face that I'm looking for. It's a really lovely cream formula, and it doesn't blend away. In other words, it does soften into the skin, but it doesn't disappear, which I'm really a fan of. This product, I'm pretty sure, is under $10, and I'll tell you, I like it almost just as much as my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, which is much more expensive than this one. As a matter of fact, I think that anyone looking at my face would be hard-pressed to decide which one had the Hollywood Contour Wand on it and which one had the Catrice. The Catrice Triangle Artist Contour Stick in the color Warm Brown, I can tell you, really, really worth it. As I mentioned, the next product is also from Catrice, and this is their Sungasm Highlighter. I love this highlighter. Truly, I don't think I've done another highlighter since I got this in. Of course, this is what I'm wearing on my skin today. The story with this highlighter and how they really promote it is a highlighter not only for your face, but also for your body. And you can see, look at the pan size on that. It's almost the size of my head. I mean, it's really, really huge. They suggest that you use this on different parts of your body, perhaps your shoulders or the front of your leg, or some area that you want to add a little bit of glow to. I actually added a little bit to my collarbones, and I think it actually looks sort of pretty. What do you guys think? The color on this is really, really beautiful. You can see it right there. Let me put it on the back of my hand so you can see how glowy and gorgeous that is. The formula is a powder, but it feels a little bit creamy when it goes on the skin. It's really, really lovely. And I'll tell you what, I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through this highlighter. I might never go through it. It'll probably be in my will to my daughter. This is one product from Catrice that I've actually seen on other websites like Ulta. However, if you're like me, when you go to a website that isn't an Ulta or a Sephora, I always like to hit that free shipping mark so that I don't have to pay for shipping. I want to put a couple of good products in my cart so that I hit that free shipping. So picking up the Triangle Artist Stick and pairing it with the Sungasm Highlighter and maybe one other thing, you'll hit the free shipping. I can tell you everything that I've purchased from Catrice, I have loved, and the price point is amazing. So definitely the Sungasm Highlighter from Catrice, really worth it. The next one is not going to be a surprise to any of you if you've watched me on my Great Concealer Hunt. Yes, I'm on the Great Concealer Hunt, and I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm not only looking for a concealer that does its job, which is conceal under eye circles, but I wanted to make my under eyes look a little bit better, like to make them look glowy or dewy or something really, really cool. I can't say that I found that magical concealer yet, but I'll tell you what, this one is dang close. This is a concealer stick from Neutrogena, and I absolutely love it. When I picked it up just because I'm trying to try every concealer. And when I saw that it was a stick, I just thought that's going to make my under eyes so dry, it's going to be horrible. Well, I went ahead and used it, and guess what? I love it. I absolutely love it. It is probably in my top 2 of concealers right now. That's how much I appreciate it. First of all, when it goes on, it is so creamy. It doesn't dry out my under eyes, and it just soaks in so easily and so beautifully. and it really does cover my under eye dark circles very, very well. It has a little hydrating core in there. I don't think you can see it anymore. It's really apparent when you first buy it. I'm not sure if that's what makes it so creamy, but I'll tell you what, I love this concealer. It does a great job. It doesn't end up looking cakey throughout the day. And it's very, very affordable. Here's the only thing that I wish was a little bit different about this line of concealer. I wish they had a little bit brighter or lighter color. This is the lightest color that they have in the line, and it's called Fair. I wish they had a color that was a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter because I like my under eyes to be really, really bright. That's my only complaint about this concealer. Everything else about it I really love. This concealer is at a drugstore price. You can find it almost anywhere. Drugstores, on Amazon, on Ulta. It really, really is easy to find. And I've had this, gosh, for a few months now. I've been wearing it quite a bit, and I have a lot left in the container. It's definitely a good value at a drugstore price. The Neutrogena Hydra Boost Concealer Stick, I'll tell you what, I'm a huge fan. The last product I want to talk about, I have yammered on about on my channel so much, but I haven't done it for a while. So I thought it was fair game to mention it today. This is a product from Milani, and it's called the Prep Set and Glow. Now keep in mind, there's another product that looks just like this that's called Prep Set and Go. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one, the Prep Set and Glow. This is a magical powder. I am not kidding you one little bit. There is magic in this powder, and I don't know how they do it, but I have never used another finishing powder that leaves just the most soft, subtle, perfect glow on my skin. Never looks cakey. It just finishes off my complexion so beautifully and magically. Honestly, it's a magic powder. This is my second compact of the Milani. I bought the first one a little while before I started my channel almost 2 years ago. This is only my second one, and you can see I've hardly even made a dent. This product lasts a really, really long time. There is just something about this powder. It has just the most subtle, soft little glow to it, and it really just leaves the perfect finish on my skin. The way that I use this is I take my big fluffy BK Beauty brush, swirl it around, tap it off, and then I literally just pounce it all over my face right before I use my setting spray, and gosh, it just creates the most beautiful finish. I've tried other powders from Hourglass and some drugstore powders that had the little glowy illuminating thing to them. I still haven't found one that I love as much as this. This is from Milani. Great drugstore price, amazing product. Again, really, really worth the money. Well, those are my 5 favorites for today. I hope you found this fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you stop by Kat's channel. I'll have her video listed and linked below. I'm so excited to see what her 5 favorites are. Maybe I can add some new fun products to my makeup collection. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day. Wear your sunscreen and all. See you in the next video. Bye now.